Hey, it's Mickey DS11 here, and I just want to talk about some of the pros, some of the cons of Battle Royales on Twitch. Now, you may be wondering, hey Mickey, where'd you get this idea from? Well, one of my friends was talking about, I guess, Battle Royales on Twitch, and he was saying, oh, it's really bad, and I agree with him, but I'm gonna talk about some of the good stuff first before we get into the bad. So, here's the thing about Battle Royales on Twitch. Like, I think it's cool. It's alright. Like, some of the good things that come from it are, like, let's say you want to play with some of your viewers and stuff like that. Like, that's good, that's good. And on top of that, it will keep the game popular. Like, my friend, he doesn't play Battle Royales. Not that he doesn't like them. I mean, he admits that some of the games are good. Like, he thinks Apex is right. He thinks Fortnite is good. But I gotta, he doesn't know. Tetris 99, someone gotta put that up there. But the thing is, it would keep the game popular for, good events and stuff like that. And I feel like it's good because if the game gets popular and I guess the creators are really cool, who knows, maybe there's gonna be charity events and stuff like that. And speaking of, the streamer in specific, a small streamer, if they happen to be, phenomenal at the game, they might get recognized, they might get noticed, and they might just hop up on the hop up on the Twitch train. You become a partner. Who knows? Although I have a sort of thing to talk about that with the cons as well, with these creators, because I feel like some of the smaller creators kind of get the shaft, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Alright, so talking about the cons. So I was saying how if a player is really good and they don't, they're not recognized, they might get recognized, right? Well, here's my con with that whole, sort of idea and ideal. Now, I guess this is kind of a contradiction, but in a sense, it's not, because, all it takes is one push, but if you don't get that push, then you're kind of screwed, because Twitch doesn't have an algorithm. I'm saying maybe they'll get noticed, but that's if they put it out there and someone sees it, they get hella retweets and stuff. Otherwise, if they're just streaming and just nobody's gonna see it, there has to be some sort of push, because like I said, Twitch has no algorithm. So with all these battle royale games out, most people are probably just gonna click on the big streamers, let's say Ninja is playing Apex, because I don't think he plays Fortnite anymore. There's just gonna be more people clicking on that than, I guess, little old Joe playing Apex, or, let's say someone's playing, it just depends. There's all these games that people want to see, and it seems like people want to see battle royales more so than anything else. So let's say a small streamer is like, oh man, I used to play Resident Evil 4 when I was a little kid. I better, I guess, queue it up. Let's see how it is now, and they want to replay it. Recently, I played it, and I feel like I got kind of lucky. I actually got a few new followers, a few new people that just really enjoyed the stream. I'm like, oh cool, appreciate you guys. But that's because I have a tiny bit of reach, I guess. I have a nice little following, squad farm. Love you guys. So what I'm saying is, if you don't have that loyal fan base, if you're just starting out and you just have starting with nothing, it's gonna be really hard for you to get up. Sometimes playing the most popular thing really helps, but sometimes you just want to play what you want to play, just do you, boo boo. And it just it doesn't work sometimes. It's kind of sad. And I guess the whole point of me making this video is just to say, do what you want, be yourself, play what you gotta do. Do not, I guess, follow the trend. Although if you like those games, by all means go ahead and play, because let me say this, following the trend might actually help you out in the long run, but will you feel satisfied? That's why this whole time I've been being myself, and I feel like you should too. Play what you want, play what you want. Like I said, Resident Evil helped me a little bit, although I feel like if I would have just kept up playing Fortnite, because I used to play Fortnite, but that's because I liked the game, not because it was a trend. I mean, it was a trend, but I actually enjoyed it at the time. Now, not so much. But what I'm saying is, maybe if I kept playing that, maybe I'd be somewhere else. But at the same time, would I really feel accomplished, just playing the same game over and over again? Play what you want, have a good time, and stay safe out there. Also, you know what? Side note, Battle Royale games as a whole are kind of good and bad in the sense of if they make a good game, they make a good game. But in like, for instance, for Apex Legends, it's cool. Hopefully, it brings hype to Titanfall 3. But I'm just kind of like, because I'd rather have Titanfall 3. But I understand why. You know, hopefully it brings more hype to it, like I said. But the thing with it is, every single game is having a battle royale. Tetris has one. Well, that one's really good. But like my whole point is Battlefield 5 still got to make is still making theirs, and they're gonna drop it. Call of Duty made theirs, they dropped it. Like everything is making it, and eventually it might get oversaturated. I mean, I feel like it already is, but I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there because I think it's kind of bad, like in the gaming landscape right now, because like everyone's doing it, and I feel like it's gonna, like, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying by this point, you know? Like I just want to play something. Like I want them to create something, you know, instead of like following a trend, you know. This just seems to be how games are going now. So I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up too, just because. Screw it, why not? You know, I was gonna end the video now and to be like, oh, okay, I guess this is the end of the video, but no, I just thought about this. I'm like, that's not cool. So I don't know. Whatever. That's it. For real, bye.